Namo Krishna Prasad Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev. Jai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Bol Jai Gora Hari Bol, Gora. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariva Jagacharya Astuttara Siddhastimati Divine Bliss ISKCON Founder-Acharya Jagat Guru Hesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariva Jagacharya Astuttara Siddhastimati Divine Bliss Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Anand Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Amacharya Srila Haridasa Kul Ki Prem Guru Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shama Radakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Mathura Dham Ki Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganges Mai Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanand, all glories of All glories assembled. All glories assembled. Glory to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu. Krishna Krishna Narayanam Namaskritya Aranchayana Rutamam Divim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtapraye Sabhadresu Nityam Bhagavatase Bhagavati Uttamasoke Bhakti Bhavati Vaishniki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Agana Timirandasya Jnana Sarakaya Chakshu Nitandina Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Pavitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamajam Tadati Swaparantika Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuddhapaya Kamala Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahita Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwaman Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Vasundhuyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Kantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Very happy to see all of you. So this morning we are looking at very powerful topic, which is introspection. Introspection. We look at the word introspection in Oxford Dictionary. Mention the process of thinking deeply and carefully to examine one's own ideas, the process of thinking deeply and carefully, to examine one's own ideas. Deeply and carefully. Examining oneself and idea. Reflective thinking inwardly. Reflective thinking inwardly. Examination of one's own thoughts and feelings. Examination of one's own thoughts and feelings. One's conscious thoughts. One's conscious thoughts. So we're looking at this Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 4, text 26 and 27. We're going to look at Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 4, text 26, 27. We will also look at Bhagavad Gita 2:69. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 69. Krishna used the word introspection. So in Bhagavatam, it's about Srila Vyasadeva. Evam pravritasya sada bhutanam shayasi dvijan saravatama kena kijada natu shadritayam tata natu shadritayam tata. O twice born Brahmanas, still his mind was not satisfied. Although he engaged himself in working for the total welfare of all people. And Prabhupada said in a purport, Srila Vyasadeva was not satisfied with himself. Although he had prepared literatures of Vedic value for the all around welfare of the general mass of people, it was expected that he would be satisfied by all such activities. But ultimately, he was not satisfied. Then the next verse. Na ti prasidat dridaya sarasvatya state sucho vitara kayam vibhikta sta idam chupa chataram bit. Thus the sage, being dissatisfied and at once began to now use our word, introspect. Yes. Yes. Reflection, introspection, contemplation, they are all, yes, they are all together. Contemplation. If we contemplate, means to look inwardly, the result of contemplation is realization. Realization. No contemplation, no realization. And why contemplation brings realization? Why? It's a communication with the super soul. It's a communication. Definitely the super soul will respond, gives some idea which resolve the issue, which is the object of contemplation. So it is compulsory, it is necessary for all devotees to introspect, contemplate, meditate deeply. So Prabhupada mentioned that in the purport. The sage began to search. It is introspect. To search out the cause of not being satisfied at heart. Perfection is never attained until one is satisfied at heart. This satisfaction of heart has to be searched out beyond matter. Introspection. This satisfaction of heart has to be searched out beyond matter. So it means what? So yesterday started to introspect. He was thinking deeply within inside, carefully examining what has happened. Can you imagine after eating and you're not satisfied? Not that you're not eating, you have eaten, but no satisfaction. What to do? Search for the source. Why I'm not satisfied? I've eaten. If you're not eating, that's a different thing. Okay, you're starving. The stomach is empty. For this case, you have eaten, but the belly is not satisfied. Once you contemplate, once you search out, what is the cause? What is the cause of my not being satisfied? So yesterday enter into deep reflection, deep contemplation, searching. Searching means is communicating with the super soul to get the higher results. And he was able to get the result. The solution to his problem became manifest. If he had forgotten about it, what would happen? That the money would have come? No, because it is not an issue. I'm not worried about it. It is not a concern. No solution will come. But because he was deeply reflecting what has happened, the money came as a solution to the problem. Super Soul sent Narayana, go and help your disciple. He needs your attention. So he came. And there's a different chapter. Well, we are at the reflection. But he diagnosed the issue perfectly and gave the solution. And basically became satisfied. Became really satisfied. And see, Narayana is a perfect bridge preacher. Perfect acharya for bridge preaching. Narada. He perfectly, very cautiously, carefully diagnosed by first of all teaching yesterday. Oh, Prabhu. Prabhu means master. The master is bewildered. If a master is bewildered, what will happen to the student? But yesterday he was silent because he knows the game. He knows the drama which was going. So he kept quiet. He didn't say anything. The Adamuni continued to speak to him. This is introspection. It brought in realizations, a solution to his problem. Therefore, it is compulsory for every devotee to introspect. introspection is required for every devotee. Every devotee should do this contemplation, reflection, introspection. Then, what we are trying to do will become meaningful. Otherwise, we will be floating. Floating is not Krishna consciousness. Rupa Goswami told us, later of devotion, if fishes that are floating on top of the water, they will be caught by a fisherman. But the fishes are deep down, the bottom of the ocean. No fisherman net will reach there. So if we are floating, Maya will deal with us severely. If you go deep down into our Krishna consciousness, Maya will never reach there. Because going deep down means what? Krishna consciousness. And those who will do that are those who are having introspective life. They're introspective, analyzing things carefully, examining things carefully, everything in detail. That is how a devotee should be. A devotee should carefully examine things carefully before you do anything. Before we do anything, we should check it. Sago Govinda Maharaj said, think about it 365 times. Anything we want to do, that's introspection. Why? Because you want something, you want the perfect result. If you want the perfect result, think about it deeply and make all the necessary corrections before we enter into anything. You get the perfect result. So without introspection, we cannot get anything perfectly. So Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna used this word also. And introspective sage. 269. Yanisa Sarava Bhutanam Tasham Jagarti Samyami Yasham Jagati Bhutani Sanisa Pasatu Munehe. Translation. What is night for all beings in the time of awakening for the self-controlled is the time of awakening for the self-controlled, and the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. The Prabhupada said, there are two classes of intelligent men. One is intelligent in material activities for sense gratification, and the other is introspective and awake to the cultivation of self-realization. Even for sense gratification, there is a need for introspection. How much more shall we use that in spiritual life? To gratify the senses, there is introspection. The karmis, they calculate the loss and gain before they do anything. If I do this, what will be my profit? What will I gain if I do this? They do this thing very carefully. They calculate their sense gratification. They don't want to miss anything. What about devotees who are doing the real thing? We should do it every day. Introspection to be our daily practice. Our daily practice. Not a casual exercise that we do and forget. But an exercise which will do our entire life. Our entire life. have to introspect. Activities of the introspective sage or thoughtful man. Introspection is activity of a thoughtful person. Right? Reflective looking inward. Reflective looking inward. Thoughtful. Thinking carefully about everything before we execute it to bring good result. Activities of the introspective sage or thoughtful man are meant for persons materially absorbed. Materialistic persons remain asleep in such a night due to their ignorance of self-realization. The introspective sage remains alert in the night of the materialistic men. They say they feel transcendental pleasure into gradual advancement to spiritual culture. Whereas the man in materialistic activities being asleep to self-realization dreams of varieties of sense pleasure, feeling sometimes happy and sometimes distressed in a sleeping condition. The introspective man is always indifferent to materialistic happiness and distress. He goes on with his self-realization activities undisturbed by material actions. In other words, we have two worlds, right? We have two worlds and two persons. One who is sleeping to self-realization. That is one world. Sleeping to self-realization is one world. That means those who have not taken to Krishna consciousness. And even those who have taken to Krishna consciousness, but they're not taking it seriously, are still sleeping. Means that we're not examining our devotional practices. So it's not sufficient for one to take to Krishna consciousness, not sufficient for one to keep the principle to transact around or to do service. Introspection means what? Check the quality of what we are doing. It's introspection. We carefully examine it, not just doing something. Like we mentioned before, Karmis will not do anything until they calculate their gain. How much I'm going to get from this? If the profit is not big, they will not take into it. This is not for me. Until they see the gain, then they will go fully into it and they're ready to commit any crime to get their sanctification. That is the result of introspection. You have the determination to achieve the goal. If there's no determination, if there's no reflection, there's no determination to achieve the goal. So those who are reflective in their dealings, they get the best result. And those who are casual will not get a good result. So even non-devotees, they have more determination than some devotees. Have you seen any demon undergoing austerity and fail in history? Any demon undergone any austerity and fail in history? Only devotees complain. I took a vow to chances for and everything I did for only 2 days. Some people make new year resolutions. New resolution lasts at most 1 week. It's forgotten until next year. Why? no contemplation, there's no reflection, no introspection to check the gain, then determination will push it forward to the successful ends. So we have two worlds, that's what we were discussing. Two worlds. Those who are sleeping to self-realization and those who are fully awake to self-realization. Two worlds. This is what the verse is telling us. Those who are fully awake to self-realization, they are introspective. What is the goal of Krishna consciousness? What is the goal? Not theoretical goal. Because when one practice theory, the next thing is, the practical. After theory is practical. It is the practical that brings the result, not theory. You can't go and sit in the kitchen with all your ability in cooking, just in the kitchen and look at all the ingredients and look at the kitchen wares and look at the quality of the condiments and look at everything. And you have pressure to eat. Right? It's like that? No. After learning and procuring all the ingredients, then practical cooking it is demonstrating the knowledge you have gotten. Then you have pressure to eat. Otherwise, there's no pressure. Everything is still in the head. I will eat your head. So devotees awake to Krishna consciousness, and those who are awake to Krishna consciousness, they are fully engaged in practicing what they have heard, not only introspect our dealings with others. We should introspect our dealings with others. And also, the dealings are for personal self. How? How do I take care of my Krishna conscious life? How do I take care of my Krishna conscious life? My Krishna conscious life. How am I taking care of it? It's introspection. If that is carefully and properly done, then we will also introspect how we are dealing outside with everybody and everything. Introspection is both ways. How are we taking care of our spiritual health, our individual spiritual health? We should examine that. We have used the word before, floating. If we don't do that, we are floating. And our Krishna consciousness cannot be deep. Introspection, one carefully sit down alone. One sit down alone to examine ourselves. How am I existing in Krishna consciousness? How? My existence is helping me, and it will help others. Yes. It's already about Maharaj says something about introspection. I would like to read some of them. Introspection. We should use this opportunity to look at our minds in order to harness it and place it more in the service of the Lord. This opportunity to look into our mind. It's to check what is the quality of our thought. How developed is our mind in Krishna consciousness. First, we should look at ourselves to determine the extent that excessive worry made our lives. What are we worrying about? What is our fear? We look at introspection, right? What is the quality of our thought? What are we worrying about? What is our fear? Why insecurity? If we're not introspective, we cannot look into this thing, and we continue to go on and on and on. Outside is different, inside is different. Introspection means what? We want to make everything balance. We want to balance it. What is our distress? Why distress? Why fear? Do we need all these things? Do we need them? Fear? Do we need fear? And even if you're afraid, will it change anything? So, for example, I'm afraid to die. Damodara will not take me because I'm afraid. So, what is the value of fear? But we have, right? So, why? It's introspection. We should check why, but what am I worrying about? What is it? Does it make sense? What are we worrying about? My position in the society. Is it not? My position, my prestige in the society. What is the prestige of a soul, a spirit soul? What is the position of a spirit soul? What is our prestige? Service. So, why fear? Just get service and do it to the best of our ability, right? So, what's the issue? We are eternally servants. So, you get a service and do it to the best of our ability. So, what's the problem? The problem is that there's no introspection. Therefore, we cannot clearly determine the goal and the need for removing all unnecessary things from our lives. We should remove all unnecessary things from our life, unnecessary anxiety, unnecessary distress. So remove them. They are not necessary. They are not helping. Fear, insecurity, they are not necessary for the soul. We have been clearly told, of course. We have had many times. We are spirit soul, not the body, but that is theory. Introspection will help us to realize that why I'm actually a spirit soul, not the body. When that is realized, the fear and anxiety will disappear. Introspection is very, very important. So we should look at ourselves to determine the extent that excessive worry permeates our lives. Excessive worry. Worry about what? About what? What people say about me. Right? What people say about me. How people look at me. What people think about me. we simply disturb ourselves unnecessarily. It is not necessary. Let me tell you, 90% of what people think about you is wrong.
I was always worried about what people think about me.
Yeah.
Until I understood that they don't think about me.
It is true. 90% of what people think, even what they think, it is wrong. So why I should bother about 90? Which is wrong. By the way, why do you think that the whole world is thinking about you? Not Krishna. It is you that the whole world is thinking about. What makes you to think like that? They have nothing to think of the society for thinking about you. So what is so special in us that the whole people are just thinking about us? I am the center of the universe. Therefore, the fear of what people think about me comes. Unnecessary worries. Introspection will help us to examine, is it necessary for my life? The answer is no. That is how the fear will disappear also. Then we'll start to think properly, act properly. See, introspection is a heavy word. This is heavy. Powerful quality. All of us should practice reflection. Think about how I chanted my job today. You should think about this. Introspection. How did I chant my job today? How did I hear today? How did I speak today? How did I do my duty, my services today? How did I relate with devotees today and people in general? How did I relate? This is introspection. It will naturally raise our excessive anxiety. This examination will tell us about our level of faith. You see? We have dictionary also mentioned examination of one's own thought and feelings. Introspection means examination of one's thought and feelings. And Gurudev is saying, this examination, this examination will tell us about our level of faith. Introspection helps us to identify where we are. Introspection. It's a powerful tool in our Krishna consciousness. Powerful. Powerful tool. Where are we? What is the level of our faith? Introspection helps us to see that. What is the level of the quality of our activities? Introspection will help us to see that. Then we'll adjust. Instead of becoming the center of the world, I will find my place as a tiny servant of Krishna and focus on the quality of our services instead of putting ourselves where we don't belong. We are never at the center, and we cannot be the center. Introspection helps us to examine the quality of our faith, the quality of our surrender, the quality of our activities, the quality of everything which we do. Introspection helps us to examine that, examine ourselves. Not somebody who should start from the self. When we perfectly examine ourselves and do adjustment, then we can help others. To help others, we must help ourselves first. That is not false ego. That is not false ego. To help ourselves first is not false ego. That is the principle that will to help us to help others. A sadhu or saintly person is supposed to be Dhira, brother, or faithful with firm determination, and Dhira, or very grave and focused. It's powerful words. That is a sadhu. It is measured by the quality of our faith. How much faith we have in Krishna will manifest in our speech. People hear us. What is inside will transfer to those who listen. So speaking our philosophy is not an exercise. It's a very deep science. When Sukadeva Goswami spoke, what was he speaking? He was transplanting Krishna in his heart to the heart of Parishad Maharaj who is hearing. This is speaking. This is speaking. And after 7 days, the student confessed, "My Guru Dev, you have done a miracle in my heart." What is that? You have planted Krishna in my heart. Therefore, I'm now fearless. Whatever magical creation the boys have created, let it come upon me now. I don't care. This is the potency of a speaker. He had faith in Krishna. We are planting faith for Krishna in the heart of the audience. So we need introspection to check where we are. Otherwise, we are simply going to distribute our anxieties and our fears to those who listen. And that will go to the head, it will not go to the heart. Our speech should be strong to go to the heart. A sadhu or central person is supposed to be Vrindavana or faithful with firm determination, and is a Dhira or very grave and focused. What does this tell us about our own mindsets? What does this mean to us in our own mind? Is it a challenge for me as a devotee, or it doesn't mean anything? This statement, is it a challenge for me as a practicing devotee, or it doesn't make any sense? That is for Sukadeva Goswami. That is for Prabhupada. This is for, but me, no problem. I have nothing to do with this. Is that what we think? Our acharyas are speaking for us. They don't have to come here and learn anything. They didn't come here to learn anything. They came here to teach us, not to come and learn anything. And they're not empty teachers. They teach by personal example. So they like an experienced teacher holding the hand of a student to teach her to write. All of our children, this is what he did for us. This is what they're doing for us. They are speaking for us to hear. Okay, the Guru is talking to me. This is what I should do. We will put that into practice. This introspection. The quality of our practice will determine the quality of our progress and the speed of our progress. It is necessary. That depends on how much we hear, how much we think about what we are hearing, and the application. Introspection is compulsory. It is necessary for every one of us. We should do introspection. Even if we think we are, okay, I chant my Sissinam this morning. Very good, very good. Introspection means what? Have I checked the quality or I just did it as a ritual? This is introspection. Is it the ritual? Just finish the same and okay, I finished the ritual for today, this morning. It remains tomorrow morning. Or we look at the quality. What is the quality? That's introspection. We should check what is going on. By engaging in deep introspection, many people will discover that worries and anxiety totally permeate their day-to-day activities. Such anxieties often revolve around physical and economic problems or stem from all types of insignificant matters. What will happen to me tomorrow? What will happen to us tomorrow? It will happen tomorrow. We cannot change it. Better to prepare ourselves, not about what is going to happen. We should prepare ourselves. Then what will happen? It will happen. Then we'll be satisfied with it. If we are prepared, let the examination come. If you are prepared, let the exam come. You cannot be in the school and expect no examination. So we should not worry about what is going to happen. We should worry about what we are doing now. If it has correspondence with what we have been given, am I practicing it as it is given, or have I adopted my own method? This is what we say. This is introspection. We should check how we are connected. Introspection. For instance, people meditate on what to wear, where to go over the weekend, what to do after they choose a place, and what other people think of them. Such excessive anxieties are solely on the bodily platform and revolve around the individual at the center of the universe. Too much worrying put an excessive amount of emphasis on our bodies and matter, not about ourselves, not about the soul. A devotee should not remain in this mood. The Supreme Lord makes very strong propositions by telling us not to worry, hesitate. No hesitation, no worry, no fear. What is that? Which chapter? Which verse? Okay, which verse? Which chapter? 18th chapter? Which verse? No. No. Yes. Correct. 65 is different. Yes, 65 is Parambaja, Supreme. What? 1866. Yes, I want us to be familiar with our scripture. This is what I'm doing. I want us to be familiar. We should be familiar with our scriptures. This is what introspection will help us to be familiar, to think. Krishna already given us the head. We should think. You should to think about Krishna. So use it. Already given to us. So use it. Yes. In spite of the constant assault against us in the material energy, he tells us to give up our fears and anxieties. Those depend on Krishna. And those who depend on Krishna will carefully examine the quality of our thinking every day. Every day. Examine the quality of our thinking every day. That is introspection. Checking ourselves carefully. And then, there's so much to about this thing. How we are dealing with others. How we are dealing with others. What is the quality of our dealing with others? How do I care for people? Am I dealing with people in such a way that their Krishna consciousness is promoted? By ways of dealing, introspection include everything that we do. Do I care for devotees? Am I helping devotees in one way or other? Am I supporting devotees in the Krishna consciousness? This is introspection. In which way am I helping devotees? What I do to support devotees in their Krishna consciousness, or I'm just about myself. Just about myself. Introspection is how we deal with everybody and everything. What the quality of our care. You see devotees in difficulty. What do we do? That's your karma. Don't bother me with your karma. I will not there when you're committing your karma. Don't come and disturb me with the karma. That's your karma. Go and take care of it yourself. That is not. That is not the life of a devotee. But Krishna told us an introspective sage knows how to use a word which is pleasing, which is not agitating. So how you feel somebody tells you that that's your karma. It's like, right? You stone somebody with a stone. Who feel peaceful? Who feel peaceful? Introspection means we check the quality of our speech. What we are throwing out to people. Is it lotus flower or it is stone? Yes, it's a philosophy. This is our philosophy, but how we apply the philosophy? Introspection. How do we apply the philosophy? In such a way that yes, the devotee is helped to realize, yes, I have done so many mistakes and I'm paying for it. But Krishna, thank you for minimizing it for me. So I don't pay all that I have to pay. I'm paying little. It depends on how we relate with devotees that will help them to come to this realization. Hare Krishna. What time is it? Yes. What is the difference between introspection and overthinking? Overthinking means the thinking is useless. It does not have any productive effect. No productive effect. Those worrying for nothing. That's overthinking. Contemplation means we're looking at what is the best way for me to do what I have to do. We are reflecting on that. That's introspection. It will bring powerful result. Overthinking will not bring a good result. Other than anxiety and frustration, because there is no solution. Introspection brings solution to the problem.
One question is introspection is a function of intelligence, right? Maharaj, not of mind. Is it a part of mind or is it a function of intelligence? Or we introspect? Do we introspect using? Do we introspect is a function of our intelligence or of our mind?
Intelligence is the ability to analyze things. Is intelligence. To analyze things carefully. That's introspection. That's intelligence. The mind is to convince intelligence how to do it. So it's a work of intelligence.
If Maharaj, if somebody's intelligence is contaminated and their intelligence is not purified, and if they introspect, they can still come to the wrong conclusion, right?
If we mentioned before you came, even materialists, they introspect. It is wrong. They're saying application. They introspect, they check. If I do this, how much money I'll get before they do it. So they get something from it. What is material? They get something. Then how much more? Spiritualists. You should get more, and we should do more. We should do better. So if the intelligence is contaminated, how will get it purified? Well, it due to association with sadhus, so we get the required purification. Association will help us to get purified. Because you're going to hear something that will elevate our consciousness, elevate our mind.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yes.
Thank you for the lecture. My question is that when sometimes the sudden thoughts come, like there is of no use, we are not conscious at that time, like generally in the morning or when we wake up, there is sudden thoughts. So how to handle it, and we feel sometimes when the worry, when you talked about the worry, so it feels like of no use, but still we are worrying. So can you tell any practical thing what we can do? Because every time it's not making us conscious. Any practical thing for the mind?
Practical thing is the quality of your sadhana. The quality of our sadhana is considered every day, every day, every day. Then we'll get to that stage. We cannot go there without sadhana. Sadhana is the process to get us purified. Therefore, strong sadhana is required, is recommended. And we'll be speaking about it, and we speak about it. Strong sadhana is required. Introspection, how we should arrange how to do our strong sadhana. If I want to do good job, we already discussed. I don't want to talk about it. If I want to do a good job tomorrow, apart from planning it today, we should also the planning should include. I should not sit with the person who is not chanting. Don't go and sit with the person who is talking. Sit with the person who is chanting. If you want to chant, if you're not introspective, then you go and sit with the people who are talking. They are talking, they're not chanting, and you want to chant. I go to sit with them. What will you do? Either you disturb them or they disturb you. So plan your day, plan your job. This introspection. Whom should I sit with to do my job? Sit with people who are chanting. And above that, sit with the people who are better in chanting than you. And be conscious of their presence. This introspection. question in the chat box. Yeah. Can someone read it? Can you read it?
Is absorption a stage after introspection?
Yes. As we continue to grow, our faith increases, the level of absorption also increases. It is continuous. It does not end. There's no end to Krishna consciousness. Always increasing in quality. Always increasing in quality. There's so many things that practicing bhakti would be removed in our lives. But one thing practice will not remove, but continue to increase in quality is faith. Our faith continue to grow. And our faith continue to grow, the quality of absorption also continue to grow. The nearness to Krishna continue to grow. This is how it works. Up, 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 up. Always, always. Right? Yes.
Suppose if you are contemplating on a particular interaction that happened, between you and another devotee, and while you are introspecting, you come to the conclusion that you identify an issue, and if you cannot do anything about it, the question is actually, should you do anything about it? If you can see a gross mistake, so do you continue to tolerate, or do you say something, or you should not say something? How do you make a decision like this?
If you care for somebody, you see, we can sit in our house and chat. It's not necessarily that until we come a day before we chant. We can sit in the cave and chant. You can sit in our house and chant. But why we come together is to support each other. Association is there to support each other. And within this good association, supporting each other include helping a brother or sister that is going off the way. So a gross mistake is there, we should correct it. If you keep quiet, it means we are hard-hearted. Continue to do the wrong thing until you leave the movement. Then I feel very happy that you're not here again. That is not the life of a devotee. So if you cannot correct it because of the relationship we have with the person or the position we have, tell the higher person who can talk. This is not, I'm reporting so they can be killed. It is caring to tell a senior devotee, this is my observation. It is not a fault and it's an observation, and I see it's not a healthy thing in an environment like this. It should be addressed. So it can be corrected. This is how we help each other. As we help others, that is how Krishna will help us. Sometimes we mistake foolishness to be humility. Yes, we think foolishness is humility. Naivety is humility. To be naive is not humility. To be foolish is not, or ignorant is not humility. Humility is a spiritual quality, not foolishness. It's a different thing altogether. We discussed humility before. It's a different thing. Yes.
Another question. Sometime back, one of the senior devotees in this movement told me that
that there are two ways of approaching the mission. You can either be institution vision or personal vision. And if you will do personal vision, if your approach is to go person by person, it is going to be very tiring and you'll burn out. So how to understand this point? I've been thinking about it for now 5 years maybe.
Do you think institution will take you back to Godhead? Institution will take you back to Godhead? Just being Hare Krishna devotee, I go back to Godhead?
No, actually the point is in terms of your service direction. If you are doing something for the mission directly, contributing to the mission, I understand that people are part of it, but the amount of energy that you put towards the mission or the people, I don't know if my question is clear. I'm sorry about that.
I'm trying to understand where you're going.
Yes. We can leave it also. It's okay.
No, it's issue.
No, so for example, if you are trying to do something that is helping the institution, you look at the structure.
We are here to help. We are
Yes.
here. Institution. Who's institution? Who?
No,
ISKCON. What is ISKCON? Who is ISKCON? You?
it's made of people, yes.
We made it. We made it. So, how I exist in this movement has a lot to tell the world. Understand? My existence in this movement has a lot to tell the world. For example, if you slap someone in the street today, you will say one devotee says, Hare Krishna people, they slap people. It's a message for the whole world. See, so our personal dealings very important. Very important. How we relate is important. How we behave is important. That's why introspection will help us to correct ourselves so that we know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, for the benefit of everyone. Right? Individually, we have to chant. We have to serve. We should do all the necessary things that we need to do. Last question.
Thank you so much. What is the introspection of the pure devotee or Krishna? When Krishna or a pure devotee, they introspect at what they are thinking?
I don't know what. I said, what Prabhupada is thinking in his mind now. But what Krishna is thinking now. Can I ask them directly? Radha Shamashubha, what are you thinking now? I don't have that ability to. Pure devotees in us. Look at our chariots. You see, Prabhupada would translate cha as also cha and cha is one word as well as, right? Why one word different? They look at Krishna's mind. When he says cha in this case, what is he looking at? And, right? They can do that. So when you can do that as Prabhupada only said, he will tell you. He entered the lesson and he asked him, they will tell you that what they're thinking. So you can connect with them and then tell us what message they have for us now. So thank you very much.
This introspection will lead us to reflect a stage of chanting, right, Maharaj? Like when we are chanting.
Then the penalty for coming there. Ask people from the beginning to say it. See you.